All right, Aries, thanks for tuning in. This is your weekly horoscope for Monday, January 12th through the 18th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, which you can find out more about that down in the description below, and you can also find out your sidereal sign if you're new to this type of astrology. All right, so we've got a very important week this week, Aries, and it's about transformation and change and putting some power and motivation and really taking our life by the reins and making some self-improvement. And it's really about your self-improvement because this North Node, which is what this is all about, Pluto squaring up to the North Node in your 6th house of taking care of your health. And of course, this is spiritual, emotional, physical, mental health, all of these things that are so important to us in terms of grounding our spirituality, making sure we're taking care of our bodies and such. So whatever this is, and it could just be, making sure you're taking care of the routine and stuff, it's going to be the overall emphasis for the entire year. And this is a very pivotal point now because we have this exact aspect with Pluto, which is about taking that power, making those changes in that particular area. So see where that needs to be done. I think especially by this week, you're going to understand what that is. But this is the week where I think you're going to start putting energy into it. And it starts on Tuesday and Wednesday when we have Uranus sextiling up to Venus and Mercury, which have been in your 10th house of work and anything public related. So there's been enjoyment there, perhaps enjoying your relationships at work or enjoying your work, having the sensual beauty and enjoyment of your work, which is very nice. And there could be a sudden opportunity that can come about in that particular area of your life. We do have a sextile with Uranus, which almost always means a sudden opportunity or something new coming into your life that can help you enjoy something. It could be very exciting, very enjoyable. It could be work related. It could also be spiritually related too, because that Uranus is in your 12th house. So it's probably both, though. Something in your work that's going to help you connect to just the peace and presence and enjoyable and having that simple enjoyment of life. Now, also on Wednesday, we've got Venus trining up to the North Node, which is where the shift starts to take place in terms of it being a lot easier in terms of our path and this whole moving into a certain direction of improvement. I think this is where we start to really realize that, hey, when we're taking care of our health, it feels good, and there's this good, beauty in this and vitality and just overall enjoyment in the whole process, especially with the routine too. Once we get into it, once we start getting the ball moving, we start to realize it's not so bad. And this is where the Wednesday shift starts to take place in terms of it. We can really enjoy it. We can also enjoy it with others as well with that Venus energy. Now the sun shifts into Capricorn midweek on Wednesday into your 10th house. So then this is where things really start to become illuminated in terms of your work and your career, or again, anything you're doing on a public sort of level. So whatever that is, I mean, if it's your career, what have you, it could be a time of really enjoying it again, but in a much more passionate sense. You get much more motivated by it. And I think a lot of this has to do with the shifting that's taking place this week. So vital life force energy, very good. Lots of that creative energy all the way into February. So I think you'll find that very, passionate. And the more energy you put into your work, the more of that vital life force you'll be able to tap into and experience in all areas of your life. Now on Wednesday, Thursday, leading closer into Thursday here, we've got Mars squaring up to Saturn, which is suggesting that there's some action needed here. Saturn's been transiting your 8th house of spiritual transformation, of change, of debts, of other people's resources, everything that we share with others, either physical or emotional. But also, just generally it has to do with our deep connection to what we do in life. Are we deeply connected to our work? Are we deeply connected to our relationships? Well, with Saturn there, it's about taking a disciplined approach to this. He recently went in there a few months ago. So now this week is just something that needs to be done in terms of it. And it probably has to do with something perhaps group related or community related with that Mars in that 11th house, but taking that seriously as well, merging and balancing these two elements together, making sure that you are paying enough attention to your friends, but in your groups and community things, and also making sure you're spending enough time for yourself in terms of what's really meaningful to you, right? A good balance between these two areas. Now, to top off the week, we have Mercury trining up to the North Node, which is the last aspect, which has to do with some final lessons learned. In terms of this whole thing, I think Thursday and Friday, we're going to really start to get it in terms of, okay, we know what we need to do to move towards our path and our life direction. For you, like I said, it's a lot to do with the health and routine and stuff. And so, yeah, that's going to lead us into the rest of the month, which is a good understanding and getting that ball moving and really starting to get it and hopefully applying it. All right, Aries, well, I hope you have a great week. Thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.